they're running for president, they're this, that. Be about it, bitch. I don't care if he's the ice cream man. I don't care if he's running for president. Like, if you're about that ideal, be about that ideal. So somebody else who used to be a darling of the left is JD Vance, right? Who is now Trump's running mate. And you don't need to know much about JD Vance except for basically what I just said. Okay. He's a vet. He has a really interesting story. People love him because he's dealt with things like a mom who had substance abuse and, coming from the middle working class. And like I said, serving for our country and all these things, right? And he wrote the book called Hillbilly Elegy. And it was about all of these things, right? And really kind of like overcoming in a situation where you may be, impoverished or, not as privileged or what it is. And the movie, I mean, this is left Hollywood, okay? It was starring Amy Adams, Glenn Close. It was directed by Ron Howard. And so now, again, he is, a loud, proud conservative. And now he is all that is bad in the world, just like that. JD Vance has elements to his beliefs and his stories that you think that the left would be doing back handsprings in his honor, but they can't help themselves. And they're just trashing him, right? One is, again, his whole story of how his own mom, who dealt with, I think, drug addiction and substance abuse for most of his life, is now, however, a decade sober. Again, you would think that the left, who's all about, second chances and drug addicts, give them a chance and all this. But no, let's not forget his dark brown skinned Indian wife, who is a Yale graduate and is the daughter of 2 Indian immigrants. So again, this is their jam. Like, this is their thing. This is, by Usher when you're at the club and you flooded the dance floor. Like, this is their moment. You're in the bathroom, you're touching up, and you drop your lipstick and run. You don't give a fuck. Like, this is their moment. But nope, because it's coming from JD Vance, we can't be behind that. We're going to trash it. Even though these are all things people on the left believe in and would be behind, they simply can't do it, and they're blinded because of how much they hate conservatives. Like, it's like they no longer believe it in anymore. They just can't see it. Like, they don't even allow themselves to believe in the thing that they believe in. But see, this is where the right does it too, right? And the right is so proud. They're like propping him up and parading around like, see, he biracial marriage and da-da-da and all the things. Why is it then that Kamala Harris, see, this is again where both sides fall victim to this, just like Trump's here, okay? Why does Kamala Harris feel the need immediately, again, having no chill, can't help herself, immediately goes after the guy? And she's like, he doesn't care about you or the country. All he cares about is Trump. Again, I find that rich for 2 reasons. One, because it's like, again, a biracial marriage in politics, that's cool. Kamala Harris, a Black woman as vice president, is married to a white man. So there was a time when on so many levels that was completely unheard of. So one, for the inability for Kamala Harris to recognize that, but also for the right to recognize that in Kamala Harris. Because like I said, they would be propping it up if it were them. They'd be the figurehead over everything. Let's not lie. And so regardless of how you feel about Kamala Harris, I mean, she is just ripe for making jokes about, okay? I do it here on the show. And whether or not you think she's the brightest bulb, you know what I mean? Whether or not you think she's that sharpest crayon in the box, why can't you just be like, you know what? That's a really cool thing. Like, that's a really great thing that there would be a time where we would never see that. And yeah, she is out here, Black woman in politics at a high level, the second place runner-up in the pageant. And she's married to a white guy. But it's like, nope, we can't. We cannot bring ourselves to do it. And that's where it's a shame on both sides. Even when you think about Melania Trump, again, in theory, is somebody that you think would be the left's spokesperson. She's an immigrant. She's very, very smart, speaks, 5 languages, was an actual supermodel, and is very articulate, intelligent, very empathetic. The letter that she wrote after the attempt was absolutely beautiful. But this girl hasn't been on Vogue, despite being an actual model since 2005 when Trump was still like the cool Rockefeller or whatever. And it was like Trump's new girl, Melania. That Joe Biden has been on twice. You've had Kamala, you've had Hillary, you've had Michelle Obama, you've had all these bitches. You've even had Zelensky, and I'm pretty sure Fauci, right? But not Melania. It's like they just can't do it. They can't bring themselves to do it.